All right. What's going on, everybody? Late night crypto talk. Bitcoin Brandon here. We're going to get started in just a second. What's going on, Mr. Gutierrez? Lashana. You always come on when we got some hot, steamy topics for tonight. Mr. Shane West. Welcome. Today is a Tuesday, but it feels like a Friday to me. I don't know why. Weather was nice here in California. 90, well, in LA, like 93, 94 something degrees. What's going on, Mike from Texas? Good evening, Lynetta. You guys ready for some crypto education? Yeah, just a coincidence, huh? Late night crypto talk. We're going to get started in a second. As a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be dispensing financial advice. I read the news, give my opinion, and share some thoughts, and it is up to you to make an adult decision on what you want to do with that knowledge. Good evening, Cindy. Miss Kim. 70 in Richmond. Oh, that's cold. 93 here. Now, there are 4 rules I live by to have success in the crypto world. Number 1 is education. Crypto education. I can't stress that enough. The reason why I do crypto talks is not because I want to be entertaining, not because I just want to talk to you guys. It's because this is how I get continuing education. There's always stuff happening. Mahfouz, I don't remember what you're talking about. I'm going to have to go back and look. I've been blowing up all day today. So if I didn't respond, give me a second. I'll get back to you probably after the presentation tonight. I did see your response. I did see you sent me something. I just don't remember if I replied. Number 2, never invest with money you cannot afford to lose. Don't be putting your rent money up for this. Number 3, always get your return on investment back. Guess what? Cryptogenics is $300. You can afford that, and if you refer 3 people, you got it for free. You got education for free. And then finally, the last thing. Find a vehicle that's going to get you where you need to go. Where do you want to be in 3 months, 6 months, a year from now? Be focused. Make it happen. And don't get distracted. There are so many things out there to distract you. You have limited resources. And if you follow these things, you will limit your losses. This is a volatile, risky industry. So let's go ahead and get started. I only have 2 articles because I'm doing a live presentation at the top of the hour. So the first article is about the Winklevoss Twins. I like following these guys. I mean, these guys are the first recorded billionaires in the crypto space. And they said something interesting. While most people was looking at Bitcoin for the short term, how much money can I make tomorrow? What's my daily percentage count? These guys are looking at long term. They even said they don't care if Bitcoin goes down to $1 tomorrow. They're not selling a thing. They're not doing anything because they know Bitcoin's going to be worth more than $100,000 per coin in the future. They understand where this is headed. So they're not fazed by any short-term ups or downs. And they like to stick it to Mark Zuckerberg. You guys been watching C-SPAN today? The news? Facebook was all in the news today. Didn't have a good chance to really follow it. So I'll do that late night tonight, see what he was talking about. Now is the time for any entrepreneur to come out with a competitor of Facebook. Same way Facebook did MySpace. Now's the time to do it. All right, Gemini set. Did I put this in the... Let me paste this. Thought I did paste this article. All right. Gemini is set to offer Bitcoin block trading. I just had a... This is interesting. Oh, no, that was block mining. Okay. I see this, that they're doing things in bulk. You know, let me say this. There are 3 main ways to make money in the crypto space. One way is to buy and hold, and that's what a lot of people try to do. Another way is to mine Bitcoin. Would you rather buy the golden goose or the golden egg? The golden goose, it produces more eggs. And the third way is trading. I've had 2 conversations today already about not just mining, but block mining. Meaning, you don't just have one mining machine, but you might have 20 of them all connected together, 50 of them. Block mining. And then I'm seeing this article about block trading. What does that mean? Block trading. Let's see. Block trading appears to be the latest focus of big players in the crypto market. So no wonder I had these conversations today. This is what the big boys are doing. Block mining and block trading. With institutional investors looking to make substantial trades in the market, providing crypto block trading services can be a profitable proposition. In March 2018, Independence Reserve, an Australian crypto exchange platform, launched an over-the-counter OTC crypto trading desk that is targeted at offering block trading services to big-time crypto traders. Now it appears that Gemini, the crypto exchange platform owned by the Winklevoss Twins, is about to do the same. The service will enable big traders to occur outside of the platform's order book. So this is like off-the-books trading. You know what I like about this? That's going to kind of prevent the whales from manipulating the market. So they're doing, this is trading that the average person doesn't see. This is big time stuff here. A block trade, also known as a block order, is an order or trade submitted for the sale or purchase of a large number of securities. A block trade involves a significant large number of equities or bonds being traded at an arranged price between 2 parties, sometimes outside of the open markets, to lessen the impact on the security price. That's true. When I was taught to trade, I was taught to be careful about the amount you trade with. Instead of having one large amount, have multiple small amounts. Why? Because you might inadvertently end up manipulating the market itself because of your large size order. Anything over $10,000. Other people are looking at those orders and say, oh, something must be going on over here. Why is this guy buying a whole lot? Or why is this guy selling a whole lot? That's also why people have multiple accounts. They might do multiple trades on small amounts, but it's the same person who owns the accounts. We talked about that the other day. You don't have all your eggs in one basket. So this is interesting that by doing it through a block order off the books is not going to affect the outcome. This is for big guys. So Gemini is looking to compete with platforms that cater to institutional investors by launching a service that can allow traders purchase a significant amount of cryptos. Already, many of such platforms have begun to spring up in the markets like Australia and Hong Kong. Crypto block trading is suddenly becoming the new hotspot in the crypto market due to the increasing demand for cryptos from hedge funds and other institutional investors. You know what this also is going to mess up though? The price of Bitcoin. My question is, because I haven't been big enough to be doing block orders like this, is it going to affect the price of Bitcoin? If people don't know that this has taken place, then the value, I just had an aha moment. I know why they're doing this. Freaking millionaires, man. Millionaires and billionaires know how to play the game of chess while everybody else is still playing chutes and ladders. You know what they're doing here? By doing these block orders that's off the books, they're not manipulating the market to go up or down, which means they're able to keep the market deflated, which means that they're able to buy a whole lot more cryptos at a cheap price. And so then when the market does go up later, they have far more cryptos on hand because they bought it when it was low and they bought it in low blocks. If they did this on the open market, then it's going to push the value of it higher because the demand is higher. So they don't want the demand to be high because the price will go high. They want to keep it low. Oh man, this is a I just had an aha moment here. I know what the wealthy people are doing. Yeah, the CME is part of this when they brought the futures on board in December, and the CBOE. So this makes perfect sense. I'll read this last paragraph, then we're going to move on. The importance of block trading in the crypto market. Most cryptocurrency exchange platforms list trading contracts on a central limit order book. Traders use this order limit book to monitor useful signals that indicate where the market is heading. However, this only works within certain limits. When orders are placed that are beyond those limits, the market may move in a direction that is tangential to the interest of the trader or incites a market-wide panic. Yep, didn't I just say that? To avoid this type of situation, block trades are used for significantly high-value trades. All the negotiations concerning the trade are done in private. How is this legal? When you got money, you can make anything legal that you want. This is so freaking illegal in my eyes because it's the big boys are playing amongst themselves at the expense of everybody else. That when you got money, you can, doors open for you that the average person doesn't have access to. This is another way of manipulating the market. They're able to buy large amounts without the public knowing so that the market doesn't go up, so that they can keep buying it on the cheap. And then you know what they do? Once they have enough, then they'll manipulate and force the market to go up. And then they'll sell it when it's high. Yes, there's a game being played right now. If you don't have crypto education, you're not going to spot it. You're not going to understand what's going on, and you'll end up being a victim. That's why cryptogenics is so important. Crypto education to the masses. You guys understand this? You can save yourself a whole lot of heartache and pain through this process. Cryptogenics. Now, let's move on to late night crypto talk. You see, every few weeks or a month, the topic of sex and crypto seem to meet. And I've been here to cover these things for you guys since September. Remember? The first thing was, who was it? I think it was Pornhub.com. That started to accept all payments through crypto so that people did not have those statements on the credit card and their wives find out that they're looking at porn. Then it moved to the Bunny Ranch. The Bunny Ranch that was accepting crypto for their services. Remember Lamar Odom spent like 80 grand in a week at the freaking Bunny Ranch? Blows my mind on that one. Then it moved to the Las Vegas Strip. That strippers were now using Bitcoin for payments in Las Vegas. You got to figure that one out. She's naked on a pole. How in the world are you paying her? They've got Bitcoin ATMs in the strip clubs. But what they did was said that these strippers were getting these portable or temporary QA code tattoos on their body, so that all you had to do was swipe your phone around whatever that tattoo was. Remember I said some of you guys need to go up there. We need to have some investigation going on as to exactly where these QR codes were. Now I'm just curious. You swipe it on instead of making it rain, you're waving your phone around and they're getting paid. And this is something I said. When strippers and prostitutes are starting to accept crypto and Bitcoin as payment for their services, then you know this is the real deal. And then what was the last one? About 3 weeks ago, was it Playboy that said that they're now moving their services to accept everything in crypto payments? Well, that's right, we got more news. wherein crypto and the sex industry meet. The oldest trade in the world. And it is adapting with blockchain technology, cryptocurrency. So if that industry, and I said it what? That the blockchain industry is going to disrupt every single industry on the planet. Every single one, including the sex industry. All right, so what's the news for today? LaShayna, I think you've been there for almost all of them, huh? I have fun with these things. All right, here's the latest news about crypto in the sex industry. Let me put the link to this in the chat box. U.S. authorities charge Backpage.com operators with laundering $500 million. We're not talking pennies, ladies and gentlemen. $500 million. You can click on the link and read along with me or listen in. So what does this have to say? U.S. authorities have accused the operators, and for the record, I don't even know what Backpage.com is. I've never used their services. I'm clueless. I don't know. So I'm going to learn something new right here. Backpage.com of earning $500 million in prostitution-related revenue since the site's establishment, and allegedly converting some of these proceeds. Wait, Backpage earned $500 million? And allegedly converting some of these proceeds into Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as part of their money laundering efforts. Wow. The dominant marketplace for commercial sex. The U.S. Justice Department has announced on Monday the seizure of Backpage.com. Ooh. Donald Trump's lawyer isn't the only one getting raided. Backpage.com got raided, huh? Which called the internet's leading forum for prostitution ads. Additionally, 7 related individuals have been charged in a 93-count federal indictment with crimes including conspiracy to facilitate prostitution and international money laundering. The FBI and the IRS were among the many agencies involved in the investigations. If you guys out there are using freaking Backpage.com, I'd be worried right now. Your info's out there. The FBI's got their hands on it. They know who you are. I'm not saying they're going to come knocking on your door, but I'm saying they know who you are. For far too long, Backpage.com existed as the dominant marketplace for illicit commercial sex, a place where sex traffickers frequently advertise children and adults alike, said Attorney General Sessions. Jeff Sessions is in on this? But this illegality stops right now. Last Friday, the Department of Justice seized Backpage, and it can no longer be used by criminals to promote and facilitate human trafficking. Is that what, if that's all Backpage was doing, how come it took this long to shut them down? I don't know, I'm just asking a question. I want to thank everyone who made this important seizure possible. With their help, we have put an end to the violence, abuse, and heartache that has been perpetrated using this site. And we have taken a major step toward keeping women and children across America safe. Let's talk about the $500 million money laundering. According to the indictment, prostitution ads, I think they also shut down this part of people using Craigslist for this stuff too. Prostitution ads have enabled Backpage to earn $500 million since its inception in 2004, with every dollar flowing into its coffers representing the proceeds of illegal activity. That's why I said if any of you guys were using freaking Backpage and they're tracking all the money and they're classifying all of that as illegal activity, yeah, you might be worried here. And after credit card companies stopped processing payments for Backpage, its operators also employed an array of money laundering strategies, according to the indictment, including converting customer payments and the proceeds of the site's business in and out of cryptocurrency. Here's the connection. Chief Don Fort of the IRS Criminal Investigation said the masterminds behind Backpage are not only alleged to have committed egregious, come on Brandon, get it right, egregious amounts of financial crimes such as money laundering, they did so at the expense of innocent women and children. With these types of investigations can be made more challenging with the use of virtual currency, offshore banking, and the anonymity of the internet. It should serve as an example to all criminals that there is not a place they can hide where we will not find them. As we reported before, U.S. authorities have made similar accusations against Backpage in the past, but the charges were dismissed by the court. Oh, okay, that's answering my question. Why weren't they shut down before? They were dismissed by the court on the grounds of free speech protections for online publishers. How can you have free speech protections if you're doing child trafficking? That's illegal. Child pornography, that's illegal. How'd they win that in court? Anyways, they got raided. So any of you using freaking Backpage, better watch out. And if you were using it for crypto because you think you might get away with it because crypto's anonymous, I just read an article last week about Chainalysis, that company. They're hired by the government because the IRS, the SEC, they're understaffed, and their main goal is to watch the blockchain. They're watching addresses and wallets. They're following the money. Eventually, they're going to be good enough to track you down, especially if you're trying to evade the IRS for tax purposes. And as I said yesterday, I'm being recorded. I am public. So I am publicly stating, do not use cryptocurrencies in any way for criminal activity or as a way to hide from the IRS to not pay taxes. Pay your taxes. Don't get greedy. They're going to find you eventually. They'll go back on you 2, 3, 4 years. And you don't want that because then they're going to put fees on you and charge you for tax evasion or the intent not to pay taxes. In the crypto world, you do not want that on you. They will take your money. They will take your coins. And there's nothing you can do about it because crypto's unregulated. So if they take your money, they took your money. What recourse do you have? Look at that guy that got raided in North Carolina. Took all his stuff. So, yet again, blockchain technology and cryptocurrency has found its way back into the sex industry one way or another. And these articles pop up maybe once or twice a month. And when they do, I will be here to give you the news. And that's it for Crypto Talk tonight, because in 30 minutes from now, exactly 30 minutes from now, those of you who have finally figured out that you do need to be educated on the crypto space, if you want to get into this area and do so with as little risk as possible, I strongly encourage you need crypto education. Here in the United States, more than 50% of Americans have been exposed to Bitcoin because of the news, because of Ellen DeGeneres, because of Big Bang Theory. You might have heard about it at the water cooler at work, or your crazy uncle was talking about it at Thanksgiving. You might have heard about it. Only 8% of the American population owns any portion of any cryptos. And only 0.5% even understand what it's all about. I brought up cryptocurrency to my brother and he said, "What is that, kryptonite?" He had no clue. He then told me this, because my brother likes to challenge me all the time. "Why are you getting into crypto? The dollar is the king. Dollar is everything. Crypto's not backed by anything. Bitcoin's not backed by anything. The dollar's backed by gold." And I said, "Stop right there. You were born in 1978. Guess what? The gold hasn't been, or money hasn't been backed by gold in your life. It dropped from the gold standard in 1971. Never in your life has it ever been backed by gold. The $100 bill in your pocket right now is only worth 13 cents, meaning the toilet paper you use is worth more than the money in your pocket. He said, oh, I didn't know that. Exactly. You need crypto education. And in fact, this is not a luxury. Crypto education is mandatory. If you want to survive and thrive the rest of this century, it is a must that you are educated on what's going on. This is the greatest economic shift in wealth in the history of mankind. We're talking about the greatest invention since the internet. The impact to our human civilization is bigger than when we were introduced to agriculture. Do you understand that? Some of you, is not going to hit you until you go to work and your boss says, we're only paying in crypto now. You drive around town and all you see is Bitcoin ATM machines everywhere. When the economy collapses worse than 2008 and the US government drops the Fed coin on you, then you're going to start to understand why this is important. You don't need to be a victim. You don't need to be reactionary. You can be proactive. And cryptocurrency gives you that knowledge, or education gives you that knowledge. Nobody can ever take that from you, this knowledge. And I'm going to do a presentation on this in 30 minutes. That's right, 30 minutes from now. Live cryptogenics education presentation. We are live in pre-launch. And I will put the link to the, look at the image. kgxglobal.info in 30 minutes. kgxglobal.info. It's in the image. So you can't say, what's the link? I look forward to having you guys on. 30 minutes from now, we're going to bring crypto education to the masses. Hope you guys had some fun tonight. Late night crypto talk is always fun for me. I hope you also learned something new. And now, in 30 minutes, I'm going to teach you something even more. Thank you for listening. Bitcoin Brandon out. See you in 30 minutes. Bye-bye.
Cryptogenics.